Hey gang, it's John. We're back with another What's Blank Wednesday, and this one is an incredible opportunity to meet some of the people in our community that help you guys get out and have a lot of fun. We always enjoy working with you guys in the store, selling you gear, but the best part of my job is I get to work with wonderful people like John Murphy on my right and Mark Van Taggart on my left on the product side and on the event side to help you guys find ways of getting good product and getting out into the field with it and having a lot of fun. So I'm going to start with Mark, who you guys have met through some of our other videos, the founder and organizer for Michigan Adventure Racing. And we are a sponsor for your adventure races.
Yep.
I'm a participant in your adventure races. I love this sport. Why should somebody consider doing an adventure race, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, adventure racing is really unique. I think one of the best things about it is teamwork. You're on a team. I mean, who wouldn't love being out in nature, being on a team, looking for checkpoints in the woods?
That's right. So it's a little bit of racing, it's a lot of camaraderie, a little bit of physical challenge. And you take us to some really, really pretty places, and you've got an upcoming race, May 30th? 31.
Yeah.
And it's at
Owasippe Scout Camp, northeast of Muskegon.
If you guys haven't been there, this is a great way to get on the property, explore it. It's a mountain bike center for most people, but there's so much more to this property. There's water, there's terrain to hike around, and it's closed. It's a scout camp, so there's not always the opportunity to get out there.
Correct, yep. So, nice, safe place, good for families. We got a 5-hour race that's really, really doable.
A lot of great place to enter this is the 5-hour race if you haven't done one of these before. Couple of pieces of equipment somebody might want to have with them, or maybe you have a required list, right? But
yeah, so I mean, you can rent a boat, so you don't have to have a kayak or paddle, but come to Bill and Paul's because they have amazing gear. You'll need a bike. It doesn't have to be a mountain bike. It could be a hybrid bike for the 5-hour, very doable. You'll need something like a good compass from Bill and Paul's, a few other items on the gear list, but not too bad overall.
Nice. So, one of the neat things is you could win prizes. Mark raffles a ton of stuff off afterwards. You got some great sponsors. We will sponsor with gift cards, but this is where John comes in. You are the brand rep for Salomon Footwear, right?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Salomon, if you guys aren't familiar with that brand, they own the adventure racing footwear category, I think, in the world. You guys have made great shoes for that activity. You kind of invented that category.
That's right.
Nowadays, you got footwear for every activity. We have a lot of feet in West Michigan that fit in those. But you're going to help us by presenting 3 pair of shoes for Mark to award at the end of his race, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so you guys could win those shoes, and then you'll come in here. You can pick out anything. 2025 Salomon outdoor trail shoes. What do you got? We have a couple of different models.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so let's talk about shoes, right? So Salomon has a rich history in adventure racing. We're gonna have 3 pairs up for grabs at the race that you can win. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see majority of runners or racers or participants in the race wearing possibly a Salomon shoe, whether that be a hike product or a trail run product like one of these. So we've got 2 shoes here available at Bill and Paul's, the Speedcross 6 and the Genesis, both trail run shoes. Footwear is super important in these races, right? You gotta be comfortable, you're gonna be on your feet for a long time, you gotta have traction as well. So what's so important about these 2 is you obviously have the underfoot foam that's gonna keep you really comfortable when you're on your feet for several hours. But you also have our Contagrip outsole, this rubber here on the bottom, super soft and tacky and grippy. It's super important to be up on 2 feet and not have any slip and falls while you're in the race, right? And you want to be comfortable. Either of these will do that for you. The Speedcross is on its 6th generation here in Salomon. It's a really refined shoe. It's got a cult-like following, and this is our new Genesis Trail Runner. This shoe has been knocking it out of the park, and this was actually the 3rd shoe of choice for thru hikers in 2024 for the CDT, the PCT, and the AT. And this is a shoe that I like to trail run in. I just ran in the Hurt the Dirt race, Mark's race last weekend in the Genesis shoe. Love this shoe.
So if you've already got a pair of trail runners and you win those shoes, you're not relegated to getting a pair of these. You could come back in. You could actually order anything up to $150 from Salomon through us. But we stock a couple of your new shoes. These are the more trail-oriented shoes. So if they've got adventure racing shoes, you could get something that maybe a little more everyday wear, or specifically for light backpacking, day hiking.
Yeah.
Or they've got boots. We've got it all. So John, thank you so much for this partnership. It makes this whole thing a lot more fun. I'm going to leave you guys with 3 tips of I'm an experienced adventure racer. I think I've probably been doing this for 6 or 7 years now. People are always like, all right, what do I need to know? One is don't shut yourself on nutrition and hydration. I see a lot of people go out there with not enough food and not enough water. It requires a lot of energy to keep moving for 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever it is. So don't want you bonking. 2, know your team's time, speed, distance over terrain. So if you don't know that and you've got a team, find a park and just go out and wander around in the woods a little bit and see how fast you move, because you might think you're going to go a little faster than you actually will, or you might move a little bit slower than you actually will. But that's real important when you're trying to plan out your routes to find these checkpoints. And then 3, if you're racing in a team, have a little conversation before the race with your partner or your teammates. Who gets to make the final decision on what you're going to do when you run into adversity? Because it gets challenging, you get mentally fatigued out there. You don't want to not have fun. You want to have a good experience, and knowing your teammates and knowing how to work through that will make that experience much better. Hopefully you guys will give this a shot, and we'll take you from a 5-hour racer to an 8 to 20-hour race, because Mark's going to do some bigger races later this year and next year. These are a lot of fun. So thank you both for coming in, introducing this group to adventure racing, the Salomon Footwear, the partnerships that we get to work with. We will see you guys next week for another What's Blank Wednesday.